The iPad has always been notorious for being one of the most locked down devices in Apple's entire ecosystem. The tech giant only wants you to use it for basic productivity or media consumption, but today I'm going to force it to pull off a much crazier stunt. The victim of this experiment is a 2014 iPad with outdated specs. Even so, I'm still going to challenge the absolute stubbornness of Apple's lockdown hardware and force it to shoulder a legendary OS from Microsoft, Windows 7. Can we successfully break through the barriers and hear that iconic Windows startup sound ring out on this device? Or will this software surgery end in an absolute disaster? Let's find out right now. Alright, let's meet the main character of today. An iPad Air 2, this is one of Apple's most successful iPads. This masterpiece was released in 2014. Coincidentally, that was also the peak era of Windows 7, right before Windows 10 was released in 2015. Regarding the configuration, this machine is equipped with a sharp Retina display, the Apple A8X chip, and 2 GB of RAM. To make it easy for you to imagine, this configuration is equivalent to the hit flagship iPhone 6s of that day. Currently, the machine is running operating system version 15.7.3, which is also the final version supported for updates by Apple. However, now it is 2026, and using this 12-year-old machine is truly a challenge to patience. Light web browsing is okay, not too bad, but after only 2 minutes, it is already burning hot in my hands. What about watching YouTube? Oh no, even the YouTube application now refuses to cooperate with it because the minimum requirement must be OS 16. In short, Apple has officially put this machine into the technology museum. But today, I'm going to do the impossible and break through Apple's proprietary barriers. And that's turning this iPad Air 2 into a device running Windows 7. Will this bizarre crossover between Apple and Microsoft in this crazy experiment actually succeed? Or will these two gentlemen flat out refuse to cooperate? As you guys already know, Apple is notorious for its closed ecosystem. There's absolutely no way they'd ever let us freely install another OS like we do on a PC. So our only savior today is UTM, a virtualization tool that lets us emulate a full PC right inside the iPad. But here's the thing, you can't just throw any OS you want at it, everything comes down to raw hardware power, and this iPad Air 2 is practically a relic at this point. That's exactly why I chose Windows 7, a legendary OS that's incredibly lightweight, only requiring a 1 GHz CPU and 1 GB of RAM to run. Keep in mind though, this entire environment runs directly inside the iPad. This means our aging machine has to fight a war on two fronts simultaneously, keeping the background iPad OS alive while feeding a Windows virtual machine. Will it actually work? Or is this iPad going to turn into a literal space heater? To start off, I went straight to the App Store to download the only version of UTM that Apple actually allows on here, UTM SE. The download took forever. I honestly don't know if my home Wi-Fi was just acting up or if this iPad is the bottleneck. Finally done, and here is the main interface of UTM SE. Setting it up is pretty straightforward. We just create a new virtual machine, configure it to the standard x86 architecture, and allocate 1 GB of RAM, the exact requirement for Windows 7 to run. Alright, looking good. Now for the most crucial step, we need a Windows 7 ISO file. Since I don't have one handy on this device, the only option is to hunt for it online. Ah, here we go. Let's grab it from this site, pick the right version, and hit download. Time to play the waiting game again. Once that's done, we head back into UTM and select our freshly downloaded Windows 7 ISO for the virtual machine. Next, we need to create a virtual hard drive so this Windows system has enough room to operate. I'll set it to 20 GB, that should be more than enough for Windows 7. Alright, everything seems ready, let's save the settings and boom, we have our Windows 7 virtual machine. Do you think it'll actually boot? Hold your breath and hit play. Oh, a black screen appears, it's actually running. Windows is loading files. That's a great sign, but man, it is painfully slow. Look there, the Microsoft Corporation text finally popped up. And now that legendary starting Windows screen. Come on, little buddy, keep going. Let's make history here. But wait, something's not right. Everything is catastrophically slow. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then 15 agonizing minutes pass by, and the machine is still completely frozen on the Windows boot screen. I kept waiting a bit longer, but still absolute radio silence. Everything is basically hard locked here. Windows just won't boot. Refusing to give up, I decided to give it another shot. This time, I meticulously double-checked everything to make sure there wasn't a single error in the settings.
A few minutes later.
And then, I proceeded to waste another 30 minutes of my life staring blankly at an endless black screen. Still, no Windows 7. At first, I thought the iPad Air 2 was just too ancient. But after digging a bit deeper, I realized the hardware wasn't the real bottleneck. The actual culprit is that Apple stripped a core feature out of the official App Store version of UTM-SE for security reasons. And that feature is JIT, also known as the just-in-time compiler. To put it simply, Windows needs to run on an x86 architecture while this iPad uses an ARM chip. Without JIT, trying to emulate anything Windows related on this iPad is insanely brutally slow. That's exactly why this virtual machine crawls slower than a snail, even though Windows 7 is as light as a feather. I don't know what the SE in this official App Store app is supposed to stand for, but after sacrificing nearly an hour of my life to it, I can confidently tell you that SE stands for Slow Edition. By now, it's crystal clear. To crack Apple's stubborn walled garden system, we have no other choice, and that is Jailbreak. We need to unlock this iPad just to get the full version of UTM with JIT support to salvage any kind of performance for Windows 7. The go-to spot for the tinkering community is the iOS Guide website. It has a complete breakdown of jailbreaks for every single version and device. But if you want to do this, do it at your own risk. And hey, I've already warned you. Alright, looking at our device, the iPad Air 2 running iOS 15.7.3. According to the chart, we need to use dopamine via TrollStore. Wow, they have a full step-by-step guide right here covering every single detail and warning. First up, we need to install the latest version of iTunes on the PC. Let's plug in the cable and connect the iPad. Sweet, the PC recognized the device. The surgery officially begins. Every necessary resource link is right there on the iOS guide page. First, download Troll Restore from GitHub onto your PC. Launch it and target the native Tips app. This will inject the TrollStore installer right into it. Once the iPad reboots, simply open the Tips app and install TrollStore with a single tap. Boom, TrollStore is officially on the iPad. Next, download the dopamine IPA file directly onto the iPad, open TrollStore, and install it. Launch dopamine, and there it is, our ultimate weapon, the jailbreak button. Man, pressing that felt like hitting a nuclear launch button. Pure suspense. But it went through, and we now have Soleil on the home screen. This iPad is officially jailbroken. There's no turning back now, my friend. Now for the final piece of the puzzle, grab the full option UTM IPA from GitHub, hop back into TrollStore, and install it. Sweet, everything is lined up and ready for action. Time for the main event, configuring the Windows 7 virtual machine inside UTM. I need to make sure every single setting is dead accurate. One wrong move and the whole thing goes sideways. The real deal UTM is a whole different beast. It loads way faster than that slow edition from the App Store. Look at that, we actually have the Windows 7 logo. And oh wow, the mouse cursor is already working. Setup is starting beautiful. After all that wrestling with the jailbreak, we finally pulled it off. Windows 7 is miraculously booting up on this 12-year-old iPad. Man, seeing this legendary Windows 7 setup screen takes me way back. It's been ages. Of course, the speed is still pretty sluggish. It's obviously not going to match a real PC because at the end of the day, it's a virtual machine. Even with JIT enabled, the system still has to constantly translate architecture instructions on the fly just so this ancient 2GB RAM iPad can comprehend and process the language of Windows. But the real nightmare is just beginning. The installation process is moving at an absolute snail's pace. I sat there waiting for 3 grueling hours, But Windows 7 stubbornly refuses to boot all the way into the desktop. We are completely deadlocked here. It looks like the software barriers and the deep architectural conflicts between these two operating systems form a wall that is just too massive to break down, even with JIT on our side. We made a truly wild attempt, but the results just didn't deliver. I guess this is where our crazy experiment hits a brick wall and this video has to end. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next challenge.